Hey guys, this is Jaden here, and this is a video that I ended up making sooner than I planned. This is a video that goes over all of the Halloween specials that I tried out in 2024. Like, not exactly all the ones I've seen in general, but the ones I've tried out, watched for the first time in this year in 2024. And I was going to do this video like sometime after Halloween or like during Halloween night where we're all laying in bed. But I don't really think I'm gonna try out any more Halloween specials this year, even though we still got a lot of hours before Halloween ends, at least at the time I'm recording this video. So yeah, guys, here's my list of the Halloween specials that I've tried out this year in 2024. Here I go. First entry on the list is the Wallace and Gromit Curse of the Were-Rabbit movie, which I was requested to watch by Mr. Bean Fan Disney 2005 earlier this month. So I watched this movie off of Internet Archive that one night, and I thought it was a pretty enjoyable film. And I of course, later did a thoughts video on it. So if you guys want to see me go more in depth with my opinion on this film, there will be a link in the description below. And yeah, I thought that this special was nice and enjoyable, had cool animation, nice music, good characters, especially with Gromit being my favorite character. He's a pretty enjoyable dog character, and as Wallace called him at some point in the film, he's a clever mutt. Yeah, and overall, this is a pretty nice and enjoyable film. Definitely not my favorite Halloween special that I tried out this year, but still, this was a nice start for me trying out a bunch of Halloween specials this year. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I feel it deserves like a 7 or 8 out of 10 rating, and I would not be against watching this again. Next up are some Wild Kratts episodes that I was requested to watch by the Return of the Fossa, Masked Bandits, and the two-part Creepy Creature special. Yeah, Fossa requested me to watch these episodes one time, so I watched them off my phone and later did a thoughts video on these episodes, which, by the way, if you guys want to see me go more in depth with my opinions on these Wild Kratts episodes, there will, of course, be a link to that in the description as well. So, yeah, I enjoyed all 3 of these episodes. I think if there's any bad episode out of these 3 episodes, it'd be the first one, Masked Bandits. That was kind of like a whatever episode for me. I mean, it's a good episode to watch, like if you want to kill time or you just want to watch something random for Halloween, but still, this will probably never be an episode like I'll ever watch over again, like at least not for a while. Although if I was requested to rewatch this episode, then I wouldn't mind. However, Creepy Creatures, that two-part Creepy Creature special, I thought was definitely better, and definitely my favorite out of these few Wild Kratts episodes is part 2 of the Creepy Creature special, since it's about them going inside of a haunted house, and I really like haunted houses. And yeah, overall, I like all of these Wild Kratts episodes. I don't think any of them are bad, and these are nice, solid episodes of what is, in my opinion, a nice, solid A-tier show. Next special on the list is the Angry Beavers episode, The Day the World Got Really Screwed Up. I was not requested to watch this episode. This is an episode I went out of my way to watch on my own because I found myself liking Angry Beavers more this year. Like, I used to think Angry Beavers was just good, like just a B-tier show. But apparently I didn't watch enough of it before, because now I've been watching it more, and now I think that it's an easy A-tier show, if not a definite S-tier show. By the way, it's still a great show and definitely one of my favorite Nickelodeon shows now. And this episode right here is no exception when it comes to Angry Beavers being a great show, in my opinion. And I've also noticed that's one of the most popular episodes of the series. And yeah, it's no wonder. It's a really good episode about Norbert and Daggett going trick-or-treating, and then they go inside of a haunted house with all these humans, and there's some really good animation and really good music in this episode. And yeah, overall, this is a great Halloween special. And since I've watched this Halloween special like a week ago, I have actually been watching Angry Beavers off my phone like almost every single night, because yeah, it's such a great show. I love Angry Beavers. I might put it more in my videos more often. Oh yeah, by the way, like the other day I started making Angry Beavers memes of Norbert and Daggett. So yeah, I really love this show now. It's a great show. It gives me some vibes from some of my other favorite cartoons like Regular Show, Helluva Boss, and Cat Dog. And I really enjoy the dynamics between Norbert and Daggett. And there's some really good voice acting in the show. And if you're an Angry Beavers fan, you definitely have to watch The Day the World Got Really Screwed Up, because it's a great special. And I am looking forward to trying out the Angry Beavers Christmas episode later this year. Next special on the list is Scared Shrekless, but not Scared Shrekless in general, because the first time I saw Scared Shrekless was over 10 years ago. I'm referring to just the Spanish version for this entry, because, okay, as some of you might know, for this year I've been watching the Shrek franchise a lot in Spanish, like with all 4 movies. And when it comes to the Spanish version of Scared Shrekless, I believe before this month I've never seen it before, apart from maybe that Welcome to Duloc scene. I think I might have seen that scene in Spanish on YouTube one time. But when it comes to watching it the whole way through, I never did it before up until last week when I watched the Spanish version of the special off of a YouTube playlist. And yeah, as someone who loves the Spanish version of Shrek and has it as like their now new preferred way of watching Shrek, I did really enjoy the Spanish version of the special. It was nice and enjoyable. Had some really good voice acting, especially from Shrek and Gingy. I do believe that their voices sound better in the Spanish version than the English version. Not hating on their English voices. No, I of course love Mike Myers' role on Shrek and all that, but still, I think their voices are better in the Spanish version and definitely funnier too, especially Gingy's. And yeah, this special in Spanish overall, it did have really good voice acting, and I did really enjoy it, like how I would normally enjoy the English version. Although I will admit that I have noticed that there's some scenes that I think are dubbed much better in the English version. Like, for example, the scene where Shrek and his family throw eggs at the seven dwarfs at the end. Honestly, that scene, in my opinion, is way funnier in the English version. But still, I love the English and Spanish versions of Shrek almost equally. Honestly, maybe I just prefer the Spanish version because it's different. But still, Scared Shrekless in Spanish is still a great watch, like how it is in English, in my opinion. And if you're a big Shrek fan like me, chances are it should be a good watch for you. Next special on the list is the Little Vampire animated film, which was also requested by Mr. Bean fan Disney 2005. And not to mention, it's also available for free on YouTube. So if you guys want to watch the movie, a link to it will be in the description below. But yeah, like last week, I was requested to watch this by Mr. Bean fan Disney 2005, and I watched it off of that free YouTube video. And I thought it was a really good movie. It had some cool animation, really cool music to it. A nice story about a little vampire who gets bored at his house and becomes friends with this human who reminds me a lot of Flat Stanley. And overall, this was a really enjoyable film. I really liked the music, the animation, the story, and all that. I would say if there's any big problems with this movie, it'd be the fact that I did notice that the lip syncing was off at some parts, especially like during the last third. But still, overall, Little Vampire is a nice, solid Halloween film. And overall, I think it's a film that's definitely deserving of an A tier. And again, if you guys want to watch this movie, a link to it is in the description below. And now the final special on this list. This is actually a special that came out earlier today, and it's none other than the Helluva Boss Halloween special known as Ghost Fingers. Yeah, excuse my language there, but yeah, this was the last Halloween special I watched this season. And if you guys couldn't already tell, this is the only special on this list that is not family friendly. So I would absolutely not recommend for little kids to be watching this. But if you're older and you're a big Helluva Boss fan like me, then you have got to see this episode. If you guys want to see this episode will also be linked in the description, as well as, of course, it's uploaded from Vivzy Pops' channel. And yeah, it is a great special. And in my opinion, it's definitely now one of my favorite Halloween specials, as well as one of my favorite Helluva Boss episodes. And I also believe that it is the best Helluva Boss episode that Vivzy Pop got out in quite a while. This episode's great. Has great animation, great music, great characters, and all that stuff. You have Blitz being hilarious as usual, and you have Millie getting more character. Yeah, it's nice that Millie's been getting more character in these later Helluva Boss episodes, because if you look at her for, like, let's say season 1, like at the start of the series, there's not really a whole lot to her character apart from being Moxie's obsessive wife. But now they're giving her some more character and some development and all that stuff, and she gets to have some cool development with Blitz in this episode. And not to mention, at some point in this episode, they even explain how Blitz met Millie and how she ended up working with him and Moxie. And it's a really interesting story. I will not spoil it for you in case if you haven't already seen it. But yeah, like I said, if you're older and you're a big Helluva Boss fan like me, then you have got to see this episode. It is awesome. I finished the episode being pretty happy that I saw it. And I thank Vivzy Pop for making this episode and getting it out this Halloween. It definitely made my Halloween a little bit better. And yeah, great episode, awesome, great episode. Love it. I predicted it was going to be a great episode, and I'm happy to know that I wasn't wrong, even though it's like all opinion and all that stuff. But yeah, you get it. But yeah, this was definitely a great Halloween special. And by the way, with me having watched a lot of Angry Beavers lately, it did feel a little different. I'm hearing Moxie's voice in this episode. But yeah, this is a great Halloween special, and I would probably say out of all the Halloween specials I tried out this year, this one is probably my favorite. Although I'm not entirely sure, but I will tell you guys this. Out of all these Halloween specials that I tried out this year, my top 3 picks would definitely be the Angry Beavers Halloween special, Scared Shrekless in Spanish, and the Helluva Boss Halloween special. Those would be my top 3 picks. And yeah, the other specials are good as well, but not as good as the other 3 in my opinion. But that's just in my opinion, guys. If you guys want to, you can let me know in the comment section down below. What is your favorite Halloween special out of all these Halloween specials that are on this list? If you want to, like, if you've seen all these Halloween specials. And also, if you guys want to, you can let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this video, or what are some of the Halloween specials that you tried out for this month in 2024. And yep, that's all for this video, everybody. So have a happy Halloween. Bye, and thanks for watching this video.